Hello Aquarius, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com and this is your energy update. So this could be about something you've just been going through to give you some information about it so that you can make sense of it. It could be about something that you're going through right now, or it could be about a prediction, something you're about to go through so that you're armed with some information about what is about to happen for you. So just take it as it resonates with you. If it resonates at all, it's a general reading, of course. If you'd like a private reading with me, I have a half price reading sale every weekend. You can find all of my stuff on my website BeHealing.com. The weekend that I'm publishing this, I've got a half price tarot reading, so if you want a full Celtic cross spread from me, send it out within 24 hours. I'll send you a PDF and it's got a picture of your spread in there, and then I read the cards intuitively, so it's not just the usual meanings of the cards there. If you'd like one of those, this weekend there's 75 Australian dollars instead of 150, which is about 54 American dollars right now, so great bargains to be had there on BeHealing.com. So let's get your cards out, Aquarius, for your energy update, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Okay, there you go, Aquarius. I've got all your cards out now. Interesting energies here. You're in a little bit of a struggle, I see, at the moment. Feeling left out. I'm picking up all kinds of things from these cards, but let's get into it one at a time. You're starting out with the Three of Wands here. You're waiting for something to happen. It feels like an energy of, when's it my time? When's it my turn? Why is it happening for everyone else? Why is it not happening for me? When's my path going to open up? That's what I'm getting from this, and from some other cards that are here as well. You got the Seven of Materials out with this one, so you're waiting for something to happen. You're waiting for that wave to come in. Like, there's no surf there, and she's like, come on, I want to go surfing. Come on, it's time. I want to do something. I want my stuff now. And this waiting for the path to open up to it, to those manifestations. It's like, I don't know, it's like you're waiting for the universe to just open something up. Like, nothing's happening for you. Why is nothing happening for you when there's stuff happening for other people? That's what I'm getting from this. You feel like something is happening for everyone else. When's it your turn? When's your stuff? When's your stuff going to show up? You've got perception here, so it's the way that you're looking at it that's the problem here. So it's the way that you're thinking about it. Let's get some clarity on all of that. So you're waiting for what with this Three of Wands? Yeah, wow. Okay, you're waiting for the universe. The universe is waiting for you to let go of the story, this sabotage story that you've got. So you're sabotaging yourself, Aquarius. That's what I was picking up. Is like you're waiting, but you're not ready yet. Like you're not getting yourself ready. There's things that you need to do. I was hearing a lot that you need to start taking action. Like the universe isn't going to give you anything. Like the universe isn't going to give you a new lover unless you go out and start dating, unless you're putting yourself out there. The universe isn't going to give you a new job unless you're putting yourself out there and applying for jobs. You know, you need to put yourself out there, let go of that story. You've got a sabotage story that's stopping you from taking action there. The Seven of Materials, the path that you want to open up in front of you. I feel like you want it to be really easy, but it's not going to be really easy. It's you that's got to get moving. Stop judging yourself on that. It feels like you're trying to hold on to a past path here, Aquarius. I feel like I said this to you last week, maybe something similar to this. It's like you're trying to hold on to a past path and you're still trying to make that work, and you're like, but that should have worked. It should have worked. Why didn't the universe make that work for me? And then you're saying, okay, well, when's my time? And it's like, well, you need to shift your perception, Aquarius, because there is a new path there for you, but while you're holding on to the path like that, you're trying to get that old path to work. You can't follow this new path. The new path is right there. You just need to move along it. You need to start taking action. It's your perception. So you need to change your perception. The way that you're looking at things, the way that you're thinking about things is just a little bit off right now. And the Five of Pentacles shows us that as well. You're feeling left out. It's like you're locked in the house or something like that, but the key's right there. You can open it. Look, the key. It's leaning up against the wall there. You could just go up and just like, oh, I can't. I don't have the key. I'm locked in. No, you're not. That's your perception again, right? This Five of Pentacles, it's all about perception, being left out of abundance, being left out in the cold, not being included by the universe, not being included by other people. Maybe stuff is happening for everyone around you, new love, money and stuff like that, and it's not happening for you, and you're like, what? Four of Inspiration is along with this, so it's about relationships. So you're feeling left out of the money and the relationships is what I'm getting here, because this is the marriage card, the celebration card. Everyone else is celebrating something, getting into relationships, having success, getting new jobs. There's stuff happening for everyone else, but not you. That's how you're feeling. But you've got movement into balance here. So Aquarius, you've got to move yourself into balance first before you can have your stuff. You're stopping yourself. The key is there. The key is right there to your new path, to this stuff that you want. You can be included, but you're not including yourself at the moment. So let's get more on this Five of Pentacles. It's just a frame of mind. The Five of Pentacles is just a frame of mind. You know, in other tarot decks, it's someone that's like right outside of a building, but they're like in the cold and the rain. They're keeping themselves out there. They can just go into the building, but they're pretending that they can't go in there. It's like, no, I can't go in there. I can't climb that. So it's like a sob story, keeping yourself in victimhood mode. Let's go. Yeah. Right? Strength and courage and wake up. So the universe is trying to wake you up to your strength and courage, to you including yourself, to you doing something in your life. It's like, wake up and get going on your life now. No more of these stories, these sabotage stories of holding yourself back, of being the victim, of like, nothing ever works out for me, that kind of thing. Why this Four of Inspiration? Because to me, this is the marriage card. Why? Interesting. So you've got Who Am I and Overwhelming. Like for some of you, you've been married before. You want a new relationship now, but you've got some strong beliefs about you not deserving it now because of a past marriage. That's just for some of you. For others of you, there's something else that's overwhelming you, and it's to do with relationships, and it's to do with being in committed relationships. So maybe you've got a belief about your age or something like that. You're too old to be in a committed relationship, or yeah, you've got a belief there that's keeping you out. and you think that it's who you are, but it's not who you are. You could have a new start completely. So you've got this movement into balance. You'll know on a personal level what that is for you, whatever's feeling overwhelming about that, being in a committed relationship in particular, or committing to like a business or a job or something like that. There's something that's holding you back. You've got a belief about yourself of who you are. It's like, oh, it's an excuse. No, I can't do that. I can't get into that relationship. I can't have a relationship like that, or I can't have a business like that or a job like that because it's too late, or because I was married before and it didn't work out, or because of something. Movement into balance. What is this balance that needs to be found then so that you can move forward? Some balance within yourself. Some healing work to do. Oh, healing work to do on you having fun. Oh, maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to have any fun anymore in relationships. Because you think that you messed up in the past or something like that. You've got to let go of that. You've got to heal yourself from that. There's some kind of a balance, then a mental balance. Yes, you've got that in another card as well. I feel like you're beating yourself up and you're fighting with yourself inside of yourself, Aquarius. You're not allowing yourself to have the things that you really want in your life now because you don't think it's available to you anymore. You've got a good excuse, but that excuse is stopping you from having a good time. And life is never over. If you're still here, your life isn't over. There's plenty of new starts to be had. It doesn't matter how old you are. So what's going on in your love life, Aquarius? You've got to pay attention to the red flags. Now, whether this is a relationship that's coming in now, one you just started, or a past relationship, I feel like someone was waving, you know, one of those massive, massive flags. I used to be a girl guide, and sometimes I'd carry these massive flags. It'd be like a flag holder, I don't know what they were called, like a cup thing on a leather like belt that would go over my shoulders and put it in there. But they were massive flags and they were really heavy, and it was fun to wave them around. And I feel like someone was waving massive red flags in front of you, and you weren't noticing it. You weren't paying attention to it. You saw the red flags, but you didn't pay attention to it. Or you saw them and you thought, that doesn't matter, I can fix them. Something like that. And you've got to bring love into the situation here. And I feel like you thought you were being loving by not paying attention to those red flags, or by thinking you could love it out of them, or take the flag off them or something. A massive, massive red flag. You thought you were doing the loving thing by not noticing the red flags. But it wasn't loving, because it was very destructive in the end, wasn't it? When we don't notice people's red flags, we're getting into being codependent relationships. We end up putting up with all kinds of stuff, enabling them. That's what we end up doing. Enabling them to keep hold of that flag and be like smacking everyone in the face with that flag too. And so it's not self-loving that you did that. It's not self-loving. And ultimately it's not loving them too, because we either have win-win relationships or lose-lose relationships. There's never win-lose relationships. If you think there's a win-lose relationship and you've been helping them but they haven't been helping you or something like that, it's not true. It's not true. It was a lose-lose relationship. You're just not seeing how it wasn't helping them anyway. So you saw the signs, you saw the cautions, you saw to be wary, but you decided to ignore that. You thought you were being loving, you thought that was the loving thing to do, but ultimately it was not the loving thing to do, it was the enabling thing to do. It wasn't good for you and it wasn't good for them. Now, you're overthinking things, you're thinking things rather than feeling things here. So I feel if you were in your heart, Aquarius, with this person that was waving these massive red flags around, you would have noticed, like you would have done the right thing by your heart. You would have noticed those red flags, but instead you were thinking about it. It's like you let your head override your heart and your feelings, and you thought, no, I can deal with this. I can love this one. There's a pattern going on here that this is highlighting for you, and it's about thinking and processing instead of feeling what's right or feeling what's wrong. More importantly, feeling what's wrong for you. I think Aquarius, this is saying that you feel those, you see those red flags, you feel those red flags, and you override it with your mind and decide to do the loving thing. and you get involved with that person, even though you saw those red flags and you felt them, you override it with your mind thinking, no, the loving thing is to get in there and be a part of this. Because I am the defeater of the red flags. You're not. Nobody is. They're the only person that can defeat those red flags. The only person that can put that red flag down is that person themselves. And they're not going to do it while someone else is enabling them to carry on waving that red flag around, and someone coming into the lives and going, oh, that's all right, you can keep on waving that red flag around. That's the enabling part of it, right? Let's get some more information about that. Yeah, so you're telling yourself a story and it's a past. That's what I was getting. It's like a past person and you're still beating yourself up about it. You're not seeing the truth of it. The truth of it is, if you take yourself back to the initial meeting, you saw the red flags and you felt it. And so you made it not true, what you were thinking and feeling. You overrode it with your mind. And so it's time to let go of that past now. It feels like you're trying to justify it, to justify your choices, but you're fooling yourself. You're telling yourself lies when you're trying to justify it. It's better to just like own up to it and go, oh, I messed up. I fucked up there. I saw the red flags and I chose to override that, what I was feeling about those red flags, and I went into it anyway, and I'm going to learn from this now. That's what's being asked for you now. Now you've got heart-to-heart conversations here. This is really interesting, right? Because you've got your commitment is being tested, and I feel this is connected to that red flag thing. I feel from this that you are way too fast to commit to somebody. It's like it's a test of your commitment. Like you see the red flags, but you feel, no, I must commit to this person. I must commit to this person. What is that? It's some kind of a belief in you that it's important that you commit before the other person does, or commit really fast to somebody before they've proved that they deserve your commitment, or before they've committed to you. So you're jumping on there in there, maybe to prove that you deserve the commitment back from them. It's something like that. Now you've got this conversation, heart-to-heart conversations, and that to me is like a new approach to relationships. If you're going to get into a relationship, you need to get to know them first. You need to know where they're coming from, not presume that they're coming from the same place as you and you have the same feelings as you, but to actually listen to them and what they say to you. You've probably had, maybe this red flag person did talk to you and you didn't believe them, and you committed, even though maybe they were saying that they weren't going to commit to you. You committed to them anyway, thinking you could fix them or something like that. Thinking, no, this red flag is not that much of a problem. It's something about commitment. It's a dysfunctional commitment thing that you've got going on there. Buy the book. So it could be a cultural thing. You're wanting to do things right, and you think that to do things right, you need to commit straight away or something like that. Maybe you think that's your place to do that. There's a fork in the road here. There's a decision to be made. You can decide to do it completely differently this time. You could decide to not commit at all, even though you want a committed relationship. For you, with this energy, it's probably you're more likely to get into a committed relationship if you decide not to commit this time. If you stop yourself, write a new rule book for yourself. Stop yourself from committing. Say, no, I'm not going to commit because I know that this is a dodgy pattern that I've got going on. I'm not going to commit. You probably end up with a more committed relationship if you do that, if you really hold back and take your time with it. What's this heart-to-heart conversations? Yeah. Oh, you're trying to validate your choices. That's what I was getting. You're trying to justify your choices in the past, even though they were the wrong choices, but you're still trying to make them right. You're still trying to think it through to try and make it right. You don't want to be wrong. You don't want to admit that you were wrong, to not see those red flags, or you did see them, to not recognize the red flags and say no to it. You need to validate your choices, but you need to choose wisely. Better, more than that, you need to choose wisely in the first place. So that's what that is about. Heart-to-heart conversations. Believing them, believing what people are saying to you. Listening to them and believing what they're saying to you. Because look at this, you've got the sword and the siren there. So the siren, she's the one that beckons them in, beckons that lover in. The sword is the one that cuts them out. Very interesting getting those two cards together though. It's like your pickers off. Your picker, by the way that you pick people, it's like you're trying to lure in, like the siren, the ones that you should be cutting out. And you're cutting out the ones that you should be luring in. Your pickers off. Maybe you've got some trauma kind of response and you keep on getting attracted to trauma, more of the same. The people that feel familiar to you, the people that have problems that you know, like because you've had relationships with people like that before. The people that you should be cutting out, you're drawing in, and the ones that you're drawing in, you should be cutting out. Did I say both the same way around then? I don't know. That's confusing. Wow, you've got it all going on at the moment. So you've got to balance your brain first of all. I feel like this is balancing your brain with your heart. Like you've got to listen to your heart more and believe it. Believing your heart more. On the back of this it says I can be and do all at once. Yeah, I'm not picking that up from this. There's some balance, you know. Movement into balance is what I got from this as well. You need to move into balance before you can get what you want. And you need to be brutally honest with yourself in the way that you've been picking. Been doing it back to front. So there's a lot of balance to be had here. And abundance as well. So I was picking up that you feel like you're left out of abundance, but it's the same thing. You're left out of love, you're left out of abundance. It's the same thing. It's all the same energy. It's all love energy. It's all abundance energy. So if you're not letting love in, you're not letting abundance in either. It's the same thing. Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. Love is your birthright and you receive it now. If you won't allow love in from people, if you're allowing kind of abuse in instead, if you're choosing abuse from people, then you're choosing lack as well, for sure, because it's the same thing. So you need to let that abundance in, let that love in. Amplifying abundance. So it could be that money's got tight on you. It's like the whole universe is squeezing you at the moment, Aquarius, saying wake up. Saying wake up, you're stronger than this, you deserve more than this. I can't pick that card up. It's saying wake up, you're stronger than this, you're stronger than this. So it's squeezing you right now. Abundance going downhill, love going downhill, everything kind of blowing up because you need to wake up to this. You deserve way more. Now look, you've got 3 of these cards out. Starting off with yellow rose, enthusiasm and friendship. You've got a lot going for you, Aquarius. A single rose can be my garden, a single friend my world. Simplify. That's what this is telling me. Simplify your life. Cut the crap out. Cut all the crap out and just keep just a few people, just a few things in your life. Simplify so that you feel secure, and then sort your picker out. Sort how you choose people and things in your life. Just choose those things that feel great to you. Enthusiasm, joy, that kind of thing. Chuck everything out of your life that it doesn't feel like that. Next you've got white rose, which is new start and wisdom. You can have a new start, but you need to create that new start for yourself. Knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom, right? And you've been trying not to know yourself. You've been trying to fool yourself, is what this has been saying. You need to let go of all of that stuff, all of that trying to justify you haven't made the right choice. You didn't make the right choice. Just admit to yourself, okay, my pick is off. I've been doing it the wrong way around. And then you can have the new beginning when you realize that, because then you'll know yourself. And then you've got iris, rainbows and messages. As soon as you make that, draw that line in the sand, when it rains, look for rainbows. When it's dark, look for stars. I feel like you've been trying to be positive, have a positive frame of mind, Aquarius, but then you've got all this crap going on and the universe is squeezing you, and it's just about choice. It's just your picker. It's just the way you've been choosing things that's off. But when you admit to that, okay, I haven't been choosing wisely, now I need to choose wisely instead of trying to justify my bad choices, then you're going to get all of these rainbows and messages, and you're going to get a lot of guidance coming through. This energy update is, and this time for you, is about illumination. It's showing you, it's like the universe is shining a spotlight on what's going wrong in your life and why. It's really showing you. It's really showing you all of that stuff, illuminating it for you. It's not like bad karma, it's not you being punished or anything like that. It's trying to show you what you're doing to yourself. I just had deja vu again, as if I said something like that last week to you. I can't remember what last week's was for you. But there you go. I hope that helps you, Aquarius. If you like this reading, please click like and subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. What did you get out of that? If you would like a private reading with me, the weekend that I'm publishing this, I've got my tarot readings at a half price. Go to behealing.com. And of course, my readings are available the rest of the time as well. I get them out within 24 hours if you're ordering them. I would love to read for you, Aquarius. Help you personally. So thank you so much for watching. Have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye.